Hey everyone, welcome to another adventure. This time we're out in the Ghost Public Land Use Zone in the beautiful southern Alberta Rocky Mountains. This time we're gonna go check out Limestone Mountain, see if we can get to the top of it, and hike to the very tippy top of it, hopefully. We're also going to go check out Wapers Valley down below and see if we can get into some trouble trying to look for Margaret Lake. I was out here about 5 years ago when I first got my truck, literally the second weekend I owned it, and we wanted to go look at Margaret Lake, but we were way too nervous to go down the road all the way because it turns into a quad trail and it gets quite hairy. Apparently there's some pretty gnarly hills once you get to the lake, and yeah, we'll see. Anyways, hope you stick around and enjoy. Guys, check this out. I'm on secondary highway 584 just outside of Bearberry, which is close to Sundre, Alberta. And these are a couple wild horses, and look at this brand new, this year's foal, running around and playing on the road. Look at it. That's adorable. Look at him. Look at that little guy. Mom and Dad don't care. Look at him. Oh, he's looking at me. That's adorable. Anyways, we're about to hit Highway 752 and we're going camping for the weekend. I plan on finding a spot around the James River, and tomorrow we're going to hit up the Limestone Mountain Trail, drive up as far as we can until where it's blocked off, and hike the rest of it to the fire lookout, and hopefully we get some views. There's been some fire smoke lately and some cloudy bad weather, but it's looking up all right. It's supposed to be a pretty decent weekend, so yeah, hang around and see what we can get into. I found camp. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but in there's a fire ring in the trees. I got the James River right there under the bridge. This is the James 19, or no, not the James 19, the Limestone 19 road, just off of Highway 734, which is up over in the bush back there, about a kilometer away. So I'm gonna call camp right here for tonight. I'm just gonna go around that little tree, back right in, call it good. Do some fishing. All right, we got camp all set up. As soon as I finished, someone drove by on the bridge in a little red Jeep out exploring. I didn't think it would be that long until someone else drove by. It's a really nice area. And it also decided to start raining as soon as I wanted to set up too. And as soon as I got the lean-to set up, it stopped. Typical Alberta weather. Yeah, it's gonna be nice and peaceful. Can't wait to cook a nice ribeye steak over the fire later. Takes no time to set up my bed. And if you look out back here, the river is beautiful. I'm probably about 6 or 8 feet above the river right here. Nice deep calm pools on S-bands. I bet if I go to the left a bit over there and cast, if I can get a bit lower down, if I walk around a bit, probably be really good fishing over there. Especially with that nice rock wall with some overhangs and whatnot. That's where the fish love to hang out. So hopefully we can do a little bit of fishing before dinner and relax a little. Cheers, everyone. Getting set up to go fishing here. Got a lot of options. You're not allowed any bait on the James River, so I'm deciding to go with a really lightweight little shiny spoon. Hopefully that works. I'm coming for you, trout. I did not get very far with fishing. River fishing is very hard, especially when you can see clearly to the bottom like you can here, and obviously see there's no fish. When I was walking along the James River there, I noticed something in the woods across the bank, and I had to come check it out. Looks like a little cabin lean-to set up. Interesting. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's like a wood shelter. Like just like a little place to store dry firewood. There's no fire pits though. This is weird. Do I open the door? Oh yeah. That's absolutely what it is. What is that? Tarp? There's wires in there. Recyclables. Looks like garbage. That is weird. Anyways. Lock that back up. Yeah, I was just across the river in the peninsula over there because it wraps around. And I walked back. My truck is over there, and I saw this, and I was like, what the hell? And they have an outhouse set up back there. Not an outhouse, but yeah, obviously someone made some kind of a lean-to shelter setup. Or some kind of a storage shed in the bush. And that's where they go bathroom. Oh no, hail. Are you serious? It's starting to hail. I gotta get back to my truck. Wow, look at that, guys. It's hailing. Out of nowhere, as I'm recording this clip, it just started hailing. Alberta's crazy, especially June. Late spring, early spring, doesn't matter. Every time of year. This is the other site across the river from mine. I didn't want to come here because, as you can see, it's really open. Wow, look at that hail, guys. It's not quite dime size, but it's pretty big. I'm sitting here around the little campfire that's just smoldering because everything is wet, but I can hear the wild horses braying. Oh, I just heard it. I have to be very careful, but the horses are right here. He's walking through the bush over there. I think it's a lone, I don't know. He might not be alone. I can't see. I think it's a lone stallion. Oh yeah, do you see him now? Ooh, Yeah, I think that's just a lone stallion. Yeah, it is. It's really cool to live in a part of the world where you have wild horses still. Even though they're introduced by Europeans, but that's beside the point. Since I'm on a solo mission, I'm finally allowed to eat these beans. Yeehaw! Okay, there we go. Oh yeah. Very nice. That is a cowboy dinner by the creek. Right on. Good morning, everyone. It's about 5 a.m. in the morning. I've been up, well, since like about 4:30. I've just been hanging out, waiting for the sun to come up, watching some videos. Pretty epic, though. Oh, I guess you can't see. Hang on. Let's shut this goofy light off. Look at that. I got a creek view right from the camper. It's that time. Truck's all packed. Now we gotta air down. Put everything about 20. Okay, we made it to the trailhead. I actually scoped it out yesterday before I went to camp. If you're looking for it, there's a sign off 734. It says Shell Compressor Station Road, Limestone Road. There's a sign for it giving you all the emergency numbers for the operating facilities that run this place and all the compressor stations down this road. Severe road conditions ahead, extreme caution advised, H2S poisonous gas facilities. I do not have a gas sniffer with me like I used to have when I worked in the oil field, but if it sniffed gas, I'd probably be dead before I got to realize what I was sniffing. That's how dangerous it is. But we're going to be okay. You used to be able to drive this road in your 4x4 all the way to the fire lookout, but they closed it down to the public, so that's why I have to hike from the blockade on. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's there's 4 mule deer just standing there. So we have a bit of an issue. This beautiful marsh that's full of spring melt runoff has washed out the road. But it looks shallow enough that I can even like walk through it. So I'm just gonna go through it and walk by it and see what it looks like before I decide to just send it. guys, with some perseverance and being a little patient, paying attention, I finally figured out how to get to the top of Limestone Mountain Lookout. Just on the other side of that radio shack, I think, is the blockage, or the barricade I should say. Nice little memorial bench, Stewart's memorial bench. If anyone knows Stewart, thank you for the bench. It's awesome. What a view. Look at that. I got extremely lucky with a nice bluebird day to get the entire valley in. Letting the truck just kind of idle and cool down. You don't just want to shut it off and let the torque converter balloon and get overheated, then you're screwed. Ideally you should just keep driving it, but not all the way up here. Trail Memorial, thanks Stewart Van Petten. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but let's go take a look around, shall we? It's a peanut butter and J, not a ham and cheese. For those that get the joke, get it. What a great place to have lunch though. So it looks like the trail dips over this hill and starts going up to the summit of Limestone Mountain, and I can continue up the road, make a break to the right, and go straight up to the top. It's very quiet up here, besides my heavy breathing. I am on top of Limestone Mountain. The fire lookout's just in behind me. I think that's the real summit, but you're not allowed there unless you're granted permission by the watch attendants, but I don't even think Alberta has watch attendants anymore. It's all GPS and satellite. Anyways, this is my first time ever summiting a mountain. Well, no, that's a lie. Alana and I went and did the Ram Lookout hike, and that was a fire lookout, and we went to the very top of it. That's the only thing that would make it better, is if the love of my life, Alana, was here, and our dog, Lizzie Lou. And I'm gonna hang out up here, enjoy a trail treat, and see you guys back down at the truck. Well, first let me show you what it looks like up here. Look at that. Right here is just a cliff, especially right there. That's just a drop off. You gotta go to the right and go back down over the hill to the trail. I think directly across from us is Mount Assiniboine, which is an 11,000 footer. Or it could be that one. I can't remember. I think it's one of those two. There's a slight haze over the entire province from the wildfire smoke, but it's beautiful up here. My truck is way over there. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes to get up here from that point. And to drive back down to the trunk road, Forestry Trunk Road, 734, is probably going to be another hour and a bit from that point. So, gotta hurry up. We are back. That was a good hike. Now we have to make it off the rest of the mountain and find camp for the night. I'm gonna look in the Backroads map books and see if I can't find a spot a bit further south down Highway 734. I didn't really need bear spray this high up in the Rocky Mountains, but you just never know. I also went looking for Bigfoot a couple weekends ago, so you never know. Well, made it to Yaha-Tinda Ranch, a government working horse ranch since 1917. But unfortunately, I can't go camping anywhere along this road, so I gotta head back towards Highway 40. Sucks because it's really pretty. I think you're almost in Banff at this point, actually. I think those mountains are just over there, almost in Banff. I'd have to look on a map, but I have to do that again anyways. So from Yaha-Tinda, I drove south on Highway 40 for another hour or so, hour and a little bit, and ended up down Wapers Valley Road. Wapers Valley Road is a very popular place for 4x4s and quadders and stuff like that, because you can hit up all the trails that go to Margaret Lake and all the other adjacent quad trails around it. And it's popular for jeepers and whatnot too. I'm probably not going to go to Margaret Lake this time, but I would love to try it one day. I just have to go with someone is the thing. I can't go by myself, but I decided not. I was going to originally go down Harold Creek Road, but I decided to go right past it and go back down Wapers Valley Road. I was here 5 years ago, the second week I bought my truck, completely bone stock, and I decided not to do the trail all the way because I was scared, but yeah, I've learned a lot since then. Getting some water boiled up, doing some pad thai with chicken. Anyways, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning getting out of here. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our last day of our adventure exploring the Rocky Mountains of Alberta, Canada. I am looking over Wapers Creek, enjoying my coffee, and I think today we're going to hit up the rest of Wapers Valley Road and see if we actually can end up to Margaret Lake and do a little bit of fishing before I hit the highway and get back home to Fort Saskatchewan. Check out the sunrise over the Rockies, it's perfect. Anyways, I got camp basically packed up. It's about 6 a.m. Let's hit the road. I'm a goofball. I just went up this hill and went right back down. On the other side of it, there's 3 or 4 more like that you just have to go up and over, and then you're at Margaret Lake. But I think I went the wrong way, and this is specifically for UTVs and whatnot. And the other way, there was a Y intersection, and I kept going left along the creek instead of going right, which was northwest up towards the going into the bush. But when I was going up the hill, it dipped down in the middle there, and I smoked my bull bar and bent it down. It hit up in the bottom here, but it looked like it just pivoted on the slots for the bolts. Doesn't look like the brackets actually got bent, so I'm gonna see if I can't loosen those off with my toolkit and bend it back straight before I get out of here. I only have a 1/4 tank of gas left, and I still have to use that to get out of the bush, so I'm gonna putt back out of here. And yeah, I think we're gonna call that a end to this adventure. Margaret Lake, I'm still coming back for you. This sucks. I gotta do my research and actually plan out a proper route and read some trail maps. I just came kind of out here spontaneously, had a big life event happen. I lost my job and it really sucks, but I came out here to kind of reflect on myself and do some thinking and, you know, see what I really want to do. And what I learned about this trip is that if you don't believe in yourself and what you know in your heart to do, then you're not going to be able to do it. And that's what I proved to myself on Limestone Mountain yesterday, and coming out here and kind of sort of redeeming myself on this Wapers Valley trail. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it when I came out here the first time, so we turned around and left. And I've had lots of doubts in myself recently, but I believed in myself, came out here, and I did a lot of great things. And I'm really happy that you guys came along with me. There's a lot more adventures to conquer, and there's a lot more time to do it. Just gotta be patient. Anyways, hope everyone out there is doing well, and I'll catch you later in the next one. Bye. There, fixed it. I always have my Stanley kit with me, and I knew it was just pivoted on those slots for the bolts and just straightened it back out. Not without a couple of love marks though. Oh well, that's why I got it. This stuff's so thin I can probably just pull that out. Oh, almost. Not a bad place to do a trailside repair. Yeah, okay, now let's get out of here. Bye.